So I'm doing a video review today of two different guns. This one here is a Springfield XDS. This is a .45 caliber single stack pistol. And this one here is a XDM. It is a traditional stacking 3.8 inch .45. And they've both been safety checked. Nothing in them, no magazines. Empty magazine. So, this is the XDS, and this is the XDM. There's a couple obvious differences. The XDS here is a little bit smaller. It's a single stack. So when you look on the end here, you can see the XDS and the XDM, as well as height-wise, they're a little bit different. And length-wise. Not too much of a difference though, they're both 45s. So the XDS, one of the things is, if you look there on the sights, you have a fiber optic sight on the front, straight from the factory. And on the XDM, just your traditional sights there. Another thing that you'll notice is the striker indicator on the back of the M. That indicates that the striker is ready, and the S doesn't have that. So that is a big difference. They've both got the 1911 style safety on the back here, and they both have the trigger safety on the triggers. And they have ambidextrous magazine releases on both of them. And they both come with pretty much all of the same things. You get a lock and a little brush and an Allen wrench and keys. You get the double magazine holder. You get the little load thingy. And you get, well, supposedly in here you get a holster as well. And it's just a little kind of cheap. It does hang on your pants really well if you're using a belt. I've never used it to carry. I have aftermarket holsters that I use. But it would work good in a pinch. And it is nicely made. It's very durable. And it does a good job. So, unless you're picky, it would work great for your entire life. Another thing that, it's all the same over here, obviously. Much smaller sizes in holsters for the M versus the S. I mean, much smaller gun. And then this one has little grippy wafers on it for the S, which the M doesn't have. And that's pretty much the only difference in the holsters. And the little grippies are nice. It helps it stay in your pants a little bit better when you draw. The mag carriers are, there's a difference in size, not much else, pretty much the same thing. The magazines, you get 2 magazines with each pistol. And with the XDS, your 2 magazines are 5-round capacity, and these are single stack. You can take a look at that. But with the M, you get 2 magazines as well, but one of them is a high capacity. And you can see that difference there. And the high capacity does have rounds in it. And this does 13 in the high capacity. And this does, I think, 9 in the regular. Maybe 10. Don't quote me on that. The high capacity is just kind of a regular magazine. And it's got the grip on there, if you look. And that just comes off. So you can use this in a regular XD. And then it does come with extra backs for different sizes. There's a large, a medium, and a small. With the M. These don't come with the S. And those slide on here, and find the warm one that goes on here. Oh, now I've done it. Alright, there we go. It just goes back on there. And what that does is with the extended magazine, it goes on and it creates a full-size grip on this, and you can get all your fingers on it, and this is the M. You get a whole grip on there. Now with the compact, this is the shorter magazine. I can't get my pinky on there. It's on the very end. Kind of chunky hands though. So that's kind of the big difference, is you get the full size, you get 13+1 with the M, and then you also have the option of the compact. And this is generally how I carry, unless I know I'm going to be wearing something bulky like a sweatshirt. I carry this as my daily carry in my pants. The S, however, I have 2 magazines for it. And they do make extended magazines for the S's. I just don't have them yet. And this is a regular magazine. And it goes in. And you can see, I guess I can, about the same size there. Hold it with my left so you can see the inside there. That's not that bad compared to that with the full size. And this has a little bit meatier because it's thicker, obviously. And another thing the M does come with is, on the back of the M here, these grips there are interchangeable for different sizes. So I have it on kind of like a regular size because I have girl hands, even though they're kind of manly. And then they make a dainty little girl hand back strap. And then they make a, you know, NBA football player back strap. And NBA is basketball. Disregard. See, I am totally a chick. Anyway, so those are kind of the differences in the two. I'll kind of briefly talk about how I carry them. The XDM is my everyday carry. This is I carry it with me to work, to play, to dinner. It's my all-around gun. I like knowing that I can have the 13+1 with the extended and a full size, or I can have the compact. And that was the main decision in purchasing this, is I can use it when I go hunting or hiking as a defense gun with 14 rounds of .45 caliber, or I can have the compact on there and hide it under a nice dress blouse or a nice tight pair of jeans. So the S, though, this is a secondary carry for me. I probably wouldn't ever carry this alone unless I was in a situation where I couldn't get away with the bigger gun, like a tight dress or something. And another reason I bought this is, it seems kind of like a dorky reason to buy a gun, but Looper makes a brand of holsters. They make like the Maryland, the Annie O, and they make the Flashbang. And I don't have any of them sitting right in front of me. I will do a video review of those when I get them. But the way it works is they make them for the S's but not the M's. Here's one of my bras. The holster clips on to the front here on your bra, and your gun sits tucked up under your breast. And that, for me, especially where I have a little bit larger cleavage, I used to actually carry a full-size 92FS Beretta in my bra. So it's really nice. If you see here, it sits up in the holster and it just attaches there, and it's completely concealed. And this I really, really like, and I'll get a video review of that holster when I get it here for the XDS. They make that holster for a bunch of different guns. So that was kind of more of a date night gun thing. My M that I carry every day, I carry in a Crossbreed Supertuck. And it's just leather and clips and your Kyvex. And it just goes in here, and I keep it in my pants. And if you look, you can see it's definitely molded to the curve of my body here. And it's broken. It doesn't chafe. It has no hard parts on it. This just hooks on to your belt here. These are little clips. I don't have the fancy Velcro, V-clip, whatever. These are just the regular clips. And then the Kyvex, which is molded for this. And it slips in there, and it's a really good lock. I know you're not supposed to shake them, but you can see it is a good lock on there. And you can actually put a wet washcloth on this to make it tighter or looser on the fit of your gun. You can customize it. And this is the regular cut. This isn't a combat cut, so that's the full cut there. And the only problem I have with this holster is, before I figured out how to adjust it, it was kind of hard to get the fit that I wanted, but I figured out how to adjust the cant and played around with that and found my perfect fit. Another thing is on the back of the M's here, This back strap is super rough and gritty. It's really great when you're shooting and your hands get sweaty because it bites in, it doesn't hurt, but it keeps it from bucking and riding. But when it's in the holster, this whole part of it sticks out. And so when I'm sitting in the car, my tender little hip skin rides into that and it chafes. Or when I sit on the couch and it hurts. It's not comfortable. And I saw like a little rubby grip for it, and I think that's what I'm going to end up getting. But that's my only complaint, is this little bit. And any other pistol probably wouldn't be a problem, but with this pistol, with this holster, it's kind of a problem. So, other than that, that's kind of my side-by-side comparison of the two. They're not that different in size. No indicator on the S, indicator on the M. The sights, do that dorky thing where I try to get them to line up. The sights are a little different. You've got the fiber optic comes standard on the S, doesn't come on the M. They both have the chamber indicators on them, where you can see if there's a round in the chamber. There's no round in the chamber, so it's smooth, but if there was, it would have a little dent. I mean, it pops up. So they both have the trigger safety there on them, side by side. You know, there's not that big of a difference, but this one is thin enough that it does make a difference when carrying, but this one gives you the more rounds. I initially looked at this one, and I decided that the thin size wouldn't make a difference for me, that I wanted the rounds. I wanted the ability to put in a high capacity magazine and carry more rounds when I go hiking. And this one, I could do both with. My favorite one is this one, the M, because I think it's a lot more multi-purpose. I can have the compact size on there and the extended size and get the full size if I want. But the S, this is my backup gun. This was my treat to myself. If I had to purchase just one, I would purchase just the M. If I wanted something for, you know, a lower capacity 45, everyday carry, really, you know, deeper coverage, the S would totally be the gun. But this is my backup. This is going to be my primary. So, alright, if you have any questions, let me know.